Hey you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, we are in Sandusky, Ohio. Stayed here last night after visiting the opening night of Cedar Point's Hollow Weekends. Had a great time, loved their event, so some really fun stuff saw last night. But now we're actually gonna head down through Ohio and we're heading towards the Mothman Festival, which I'm so excited to be back to Mothman. Again, I'll be there on Saturday. I'll be wandering around. I didn't get a booth this year. One year I did get a booth there, but I think I just wanted to be able to enjoy the festival. So I'll be wandering around. If you're there, please say hi to me if you see me. If you happen to happen upon me, please say hello. But let's hit that long, lonesome road. So I was leaving Sandusky, I drove by this hotel, and this caught my eye. See, there is some mannequins riding by in a bicycle meant for three. It's a tandem bike. I always wondered, is it more difficult to ride a bike built for three? Wouldn't it be easier maybe to ride just like three bikes? Seems like with the tandem bike you would almost have to pedal in tandem. Seems like it would take a certain level of skill to be able to be in sync with your partner or partners. And can you ride a tandem bike just by yourself, or is that just too hard? Oh, okay. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, that is so cool.
I thought you'd like that.
Oh, look at that. All pedaling together. Oh, there's a sneaky snake there. Gonna steal those eggs. You can also see here the mailbox is a lady collecting the mail. You have this, it's a wolf down here, and then this gentleman holding a welcome sign. Yeah, this is the Wolf Inn here, and then in the back it says Picasso Art Restaurant coming soon. So very interesting. I may have to stop by the art restaurant when it opens up, and maybe next time I'm in Sandusky, I'll stay here at the Wolf Inn. I do love how they have blocked that beautiful old Pepsi wall dog with a Coke machine. And we have landed here in Mansfield, Ohio. We're in front of the Old Ohio State Reformatory, also known as the Mansfield Reformatory. It's a prison that closed down in 1990 and is most famously known as the filming location for the Shawshank Redemption. Yes, this is, for all intents and purposes, this is the Shawshank prison from the movie The Shawshank Redemption. And I did my homework. I stayed up till 4 in the morning last night watching The Shawshank Redemption. I had seen it before, but I saw it way back in the 90s. It had been a very long time since I've seen it. I remember enjoying the movie. I remember it being a good movie, but I wanted to brush up on it before I came here and saw it for myself. And it is really is a classic. It was interesting. I was doing a little bit of looking around. And apparently it was actually originally kind of a box office bomb because it came out at the same time as Forrest Gump and Pulp Fiction. So that's kind of crazy. Like all those good movies coming out. What what a summer that was. When, but apparently it got a lot of traction on video cassette, and then apparently on TNT, the TV station bought the rights to it and played it over and over again. So a lot of people saw it that way. But yeah, amazing movie based on a story by Stephen King. We were just in Maine a few months ago and saw some Stephen King filming locations. So this is kind of a continuation of this. We can see where the Shawshank Redemption. And this is definitely definitely no question why they would choose the prison like this. It's absolutely amazing outside, this gothic, ominous prison. Like I said, I think it closed in 1990. There is actually a new prison right behind there. I don't think we're gonna go over there, but yeah, I did want to check this out. So let's see the Shawshank Prison. You can see the police car here. It says Maine State Police. Of course, it took place in Maine. The Shawshank Prison in the movie is in Maine because, you know, it was written by Stephen King, and Stephen King has a love affair with the state of Maine. Looking in the window there, you can see the police hat, the glasses, the baton. Yeah, the movie's a lot of police brutality in that movie. The prison guard beat people with those clubs. It's actually kind of a horrifying movie when you watch it. It's a great movie, but a lot of horrific scenes in the movie. All right, well, let's head inside. This is tickets and check-in this way. Here's what we're not allowed to bring in, so I have to remove the small tripod from the bottom of my camera. Also, no ghost hunting equipment. I guess if you want to do a ghost hunt, you gotta do an official ghost hunt. You can't just smuggle in your ghost detector and set up a spirit box. All right, here we are. You can see the chains there, actually handcuffs on the partitions. I chose the self-guided tour. They do group tours as well, but I kind of like to take things at my own pace. So let's head this way. One thing I've learned from prison museums is prisoners, they have a lot of time. They end up actually being able to make some pretty impressive things. These are all art and toys that were made by actual inmates of the actual prison. What is it the warden says? The first thing he says that he believes in discipline and the Bible. This is these stained glass windows, actually from a different prison, the Ohio Penitentiary in Columbus. And yes, I know all about being stuck in Columbus. All right, let's see what is in the electric chair room. And unsurprisingly, it is the electric chair. Now this is not the electric chair from the reformatory here. This is brought over, I guess another piece brought over from the Ohio Penitentiary in Columbus. This is the actual electric chair used there to execute people from 1897 to 1963. 315 executions took place on that chair, and that is, wow, that is ominous. Seeing that right there, to think that 315 people lost their lives while sitting in that chair. You can see the restraints, see where they lock their feet in. Wow, that is absolutely haunting. And here's the door to the execution chamber from the prison in Columbus. I guess this is the box that would power the electric chair. I don't know, is this like a hand-operated? Look at that, it's got like a crank on it. It's like a hand-operated electric chair. You gotta like wind it up. The guy has to like sit here and watch you like wind it up while he's waiting to be executed. Oh, it's a little ghoulish here. It says this cup was carved from a piece of wood used to make the first electric chair. So you can have a drink from the electric chair cup. They made the electric chair and they used the extra wood to make a nice little cup to have your beverage out of. Over here, some items used during the execution. This is the hood that was placed over the face of the condemned, so no one had to look at them while they were being executed. Also probably helped keep things from, you know, popping out of place. And there is the big wet sponge they would put on your head. I think that like helps from keeping your head from catching on fire during the execution. But yeah, some very dark and macabre items in here. Over here, the second control station. So all these wires, all these gears, all these buttons designed specifically to kill people. You can see this gun used in an escape attempt. It's like a gun made out of paper mache. You can actually see the newspaper there. Man, you know, I've seen in other, you know, prisons where they make fake guns like out of a bar of soap and shoe polish to make like a little handgun. This guy went big. He went for the big gun. I don't know, it may be harder to fake having a big gun because, you know, it's hard to hide. You know, in your hand you have a little fake gun, easy to fool the guards. I don't know. I don't know how fooled the guards were when the guy came running out with this. See, souvenirs from the Ohio Penitentiary. They I don't know if they had a gift shop or whatever, but the souvenir would be a little billy club. That's kind of charming. I mean, that's actually kind of the opposite of charming. You come to the prison, buy a little billy club that you know, in the prison would be used to beat inmates. There's some items used by the prisoners. There's a tray they'd use for their food. See that big salt and pepper shaker? That seems like a bad idea. Seems like you could smash someone's head in with those. See the tickets back there, 70 cents. I guess that would be used to purchase food. There is a bag of pipe tobacco there. See the prisoner guard hat there, the radio, and then this is interesting, this big clock that the guards would wear in order to check in at different time stations throughout the prison to let people know that he had done his rounds. This is a billy club that'd be used to beat prisoners. So they'd use the billy clubs to control prisoners, but this is before billy clubs. They would use canes. And it's just like a pointy end. I don't know if they just like poke the inmates with the pointy cane. Oh, and you can see the prison keys there. And shanks for the memory. These are different shanks, weapons used by inmates at the prison. Of course, no prison museum is complete without a shank exhibit. All the innovative ways that inmates found to stab and poke each other. So, you know, sometimes you look at this, you almost wonder, like, this ingenuity here. You know, maybe this could have been channeled in a more positive way. But yeah, so many shanks. A regular Shanksgiving going on in here. See, they alter the forks there to make them extra pointy. Look at that giant safety pin there that's been straightened out. Where would they get that? Like from a giant baby? Like from a giant baby's giant diaper? And there's a contraband tattoo gun there. You can see into the cornerstone here. It says that there is a time capsule inside the stone. And our tour takes us up the stairs here. And up on this floor we have the actual warden's office from the film Shawshank Redemption. And look who is peering at us through the window there. It's Clancy Brown. He played the sadistic lead prison guard in the movie, and he is, in my opinion, one of the most intimidating actors of all time. I actually love him as an actor. You know, in addition to the Shawshank Redemption, he played the villain in the final season of Dexter, where he was absolutely terrifying, and then he played one of the main characters in one of my favorite shows of all time, Carnival, where he played Brother Justin. He's amazing. He's amazing in everything he does. And here is the warden's actual office in here. You can see him there standing by the window. And look at that. There is the actual safe in the wall where he kept the secret documents. He was committing fraud. He's using Andy's banking abilities to commit fraud, and would lock up his secret documents in this safe. It says, "His judgment cometh, and that right soon." Yeah, if we can just peek out the window here, you just see this building. This building is absolutely crazy. Haunting Gothic building. Here's the Brooks Hatlin Memorial Library. There's all these books in here were books that were actually in the film in Andy's library. When he was incarcerated, he would work to bring a full library to the prison, and all these books were part of that library. There's some smaller props, different badges and keys used in the movie. Now this is really amazing here. This is the beam where as Brooks was here, so was Red. This scene where Morgan Freeman's character Red gets out of prison and goes to a halfway house. Also, the character Brooks was at the same halfway house. But the halfway house was actually filmed, the scene was actually filmed in the prison as well. And apparently this prison was supposed to be demolished after they finished with the movie, before they had decided to turn it into a museum. So this was actually cut out of the wall and removed as a souvenir, but ended up turning it into a museum. And so this is the actual prop that was used in the movie. That's pretty amazing. Here's the shirt worn by the character Brooks. He was an older inmate who did not want to leave the prison, did not know a life outside of prison, and couldn't deal with life on the outside. Yeah, there is the character Brooks right there. Now, just having watched the movie again last night, this is pretty amazing to see. This is the box that Red finds that Andy left for him under the rock once he gets out of prison. Yeah, see, that's his RMS Queen Mary on. Yeah, that's the Queen Mary that's now parked in Long Beach, California. But yeah, that was the box used in the film. Also, this is the compass that was used by Red. So he purchased this at a pawn shop to find the rock that Andy had left for him. There's the top to one of the crates where they would ship books to Andy in the prison as he was building the library. This is the actual microphone used in the movie when Andy receives the records as part of the library. He plays the record over the prison PA. There's trays and cups used in the film. It's interesting, it has the sticker there of the original title of the movie, which is Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, referencing the Rita Hayworth poster that Andy had hanging in his cell. There's a little photo op here where you can sit at the table with some of the prisoners from the movie. So this was actually a table used in the real prison and used in the movie as well. We'll have a seat here and enjoy a prison meal. Or Andy gets to the prison, eats his first prison meal. He finds a mealworm in his food because prison food sucks. All right, time to head up to floor number 3. Entering the more prison-y section of the prison here. Peek out the window. Look at that tower up there. Now, I did not purchase the audio tour, but this section of audio tour, which is Paranormal Activity in the West Administrative Wing. So, this ominous room here apparently has had some paranormal activity. You want to sit in the creepy chair and wait for the ghost to show up. So another guest who had the audio tour came by and let me listen to the paranormal section, and they said that the sightings here include shadow people, which is very creepy, and a ghost cat. I'd love to meet the ghost cat here. It said that there was some physical attacks by spirits, scratches. Someone got punched in the stomach by a ghost. So some very creepy stuff happening here at the reformatory. Yeah, I guess this is the administrative part of the prison that was not used in the film. Okay, this over here is the halfway house. This is where they filmed the halfway house scene. You see Brooks there in the window. Pink sink over there. And there's the iconic carving there on the board. This is Brooks was here, so is Red. The actual, like I said, the actual one used in the movie is downstairs because they removed the beam that was up here previously because they were planning on demolishing the prison. But so unfortunately they cut it out instead of leaving it in place. But you can go downstairs and visit the original beam. Up here to the chapel and cell block. Oh wow. Look at the chapel in here. Looks like they are doing some... Oh my goodness, what was that? Looks like they are doing some renovations in here, but look at this chapel. Wow. I guess they'd have church service here for the inmates. And from church we head into the cell block. Just look how ominous this looks. Oh my goodness. Look at this in here. Oh my gosh, look how high we are up off the ground. Look at just the bars stacked. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Oh wow. Let's see where are we going here? Oh my gosh. Oh, look down there, you can actually see an evil clown head down there. They do run a haunt during the October season, so it looks like they're setting up for their haunt down there with the clown. But yeah, this would be a great place for a haunt. I'd love to maybe check that out some year. But at the same time, just how ominous this is. Look how tall, just stacks and stacks of people in cages. And just look how awful and dingy this prison is. Oh my gosh, and apparently it was shut down because of terrible conditions, which, yeah, you can pretty much see. That's some terrible conditions in here. Now, I don't believe that that necessarily these cells were used in the movie. I think they built cells so they could film it easier. But wow, yeah, just that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, one interesting fact is apparently David Allan Coe, the country music singer, was actually in this prison at one point. You know, you don't even call me by my name. Wow, just endless, tiny little boxes here. Just imagine two people living in this absolute disgusting hole in the wall, and there are just so many people stacked up in here. Absolutely crazy. Wow. Just take a little closer peek into one of these random cells. Yeah, just to think about the people that were crammed in here. Jeez. Oh gosh, the light there just went out. That spooked me a little bit. Or probably the people working on the haunted house, working on the lighting, but yeah, man, would not want to have to live in here. Yeah, it's like a circle. Oh yeah, look at that old staircase. Go down there. It says, do not enter. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea going down those stairs. As we come around the other side here, and just endless rows of cells. Wow. Yes. Yeah. Just think about how loud and unpleasant it would be. All these criminals packed in here, throwing things, shouting obscenities. Absolute horrific conditions for everyone involved. Yeah, peering down here where they're putting together the haunt. Let's see. Down there, there's a body on the Gertie there. Get kind of a bird's eye view of the haunt. Oh yeah, look at that. There's all sorts of dead corpses down there. And I will hang around as long as you will let me. Looks like we got a classroom in here. Oh, there's some fun facts about the reformatory here. Oh, this is amazing. This is the parole board room where they would decide if Red got paroled or not. And the movie lasted 20 years and he finally got paroled at the very end. It started out him asking for parole and had to wait another 20 years. And there is Morgan Freeman's prison shirt from the film. Oh, down here it says we can take a sneak peek of Blood Prison. This is their haunt that they have coming up. So let's peek at Blood Prison. Oh, Andy and Red hanging out here in Blood Prison. So I guess this would be an entrance to one of the haunts called the Widow's Manor. You can look out here. They're setting up the haunt. You can see there's like inmates hanging off the side of the cells there. Yeah, and over here you can peek down and see there's a pile of bodies down there for the haunt. Now I can't take photographs out this window because you can actually see the current prison, so I guess they don't want you photographing the actual prison, so I won't. I'll just point at this sign. But right now looking out on the prison yard, there's actually a bunch of inmates out in the yard right now, just walking around, not causing any problems, not rioting, not doing anything insanely violent, just hanging out, having their outside time. But I can't show you because it is strictly prohibited. And there's the old guard station. Now here's something I just found out. Apparently this prison was used as a Russian gulag in the film Air Force One starring Harrison Ford. So the prison cells that I showed you earlier were portraying a Russian gulag in that film. And this is left over from the filming of Air Force One, the portraits of Joseph Stalin and Vladimir Lenin here. Here's some more prison art. See the inmates make these intricate ships. I don't know, you imagine making these ships thinking about how they wish they were on a ship and not in prison. And here's a Ferris wheel made out of matchsticks. This prisoner made this, wished he was on a Ferris wheel and not in prison. There's the warden's dining room. As you can see, very ghoulish and spooky. I'm thinking this may have something to do with the Blood Prison haunt, either that or just the warden, a very macabre individual who feasted on alligator meat. Little coffee shop in here. Big House Brews. You can see the skeletal mermaid there. As we exit through the gift shop here, we have some Shawshank merch. I escaped Shawshank. Where you can get a Old Sparky shirt to celebrate the 300 people that were executed in Old Sparky. You can get some Ohio State Reformatory Christmas ornaments. Interesting to have a prison-themed Christmas ornament, because Christmas in prison is notoriously sad. So you can purchase some ghost hunting equipment here, the copper dowsing rods. The different Ohio State Reformatory merch, including the chapstick. You can even get a hotel key, the Gray Bar Hotel, Mansfield, Ohio. All right. Back to society. Help! This doesn't even make sense. Okay, so over here to the side of the prison, you see this gate right here. Now this gate was built for the movie Air Force One when they used the prison as a Russian gulag. This is the gate that the movie company built in front of the prison. So they have a shot where they actually pan over that ominous gate with the spikes to show this as the front of the prison. So thank you for joining me here today at the Ohio State Reformatory, also known as Shawshank Prison. And I'm so glad. I did stay up late last night watching that movie, but I'm glad I did. It's a wonderful movie and really cool being able to see where it was filmed and to see some of the artifacts from the movie. Was really amazing. For some reason I've missed out going on here several times. Every time I've been in Mansfield, for whatever reason, I've not stopped here, but I'm so glad I finally did, because it's a really great museum, and kind of in two layers to it. It's really amazing, the old prison vibe, so creepy, so decrepit, so terrifying, and then also just having the filming location of the classic movie, The Shawshank Redemption, all mixed in with that. So an amazing stop. Definitely would recommend this to anyone who is a fan of the movie and in the Mansfield, Ohio area. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you like these videos, I travel around the country filming roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. I will be at Mothman Fest tomorrow, Saturday the 16th. Say hi to me if you see me walking around. Going to get to the hotel a little early tonight, maybe get some sleep, catch up on sleep before the big Mothman Festival. If you like these videos, consider supporting the channel. One of the best ways to support it is on Patreon, $3 or more, with your postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop and doing personalized messages on Cameo. So if you're interested in any of that, check the description of this video. And of course, all that goes to help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag. Stopped off here in this little neighborhood in Circleville, Ohio. I saw this on the horizon. This giant pumpkin water tower. Kind of appropriate given that we are headed in to haunt season, the spooky season, the Halloween season. But if you made it this far in the video, leave a comment. Just say something about pumpkins in the comment section.